Adore Planet Queer for 12 years now, and I love seeing all the talent on stage. But I have to say my favorite part is the audience and all of you. So I'm so excited to share my book with you tonight. And it's also, I'm going to show you for the first time the book trailer that we're going to play right now for 30 seconds. Life is short. Death is long.
I recently lost my best friend and lover to this revolting thing that's going on in the world, and it's very difficult to find out how to deal with it. Trying to do something live, it's like really drag-hanging, really depressing, and guess what? You're gonna all be thinking of real fun.
After Michael died, most of my recollections began with, after Michael died. So this is my fourth collection of poetry, and it centers around my friend Michael Church, who was about 20 years older than I was. And when we talk about the loss of AIDS and the loss of artists, we also lost mentors. And this collection is just devoted to Michael, who was a dear friend, but also a mentor. I actually have a poem about wearing glasses, but I'm not going to read it. I truly do. All right. Read it. And I'm going to read 4 poems for you tonight. His father did the books for Steve Rubell, got Michael a job as a bottle boy at Studio 54. Michael said, I probably picked up 3 bottles that entire summer. He spent most work hours on the dance floor. I smile thinking of him, strawberry-haired, sweating in a white t-shirt, bar rag in his low-slung jeans, bottle of poppers in his pocket as he danced. AIDS was already in the room, but not in his body, and no one knew anything anyway. There was just the dancing, sweating, sex, drugs, and disco. That's so sweet of you to clap, and you can wait till the end. And also, it spares me from feeling like there's an applause meter where I'm like, oh, they like that poem more. So you're doing me a favor almost. So thank you. In his second to last year, Michael had trouble getting hard. Viagra was a miracle drug, all over the news and late night monologues. But his doctor said he didn't need it for sex. Not so subtly hinted that Michael was a danger to others. I told him I'd ask around. Bought 2 pills from a fast-talking drug dealer my friend Eric was dating, who warned me of side effects, upset stomach, abnormal vision, and to avoid grapefruit. I paid $40, a stretch at that time, and I never asked Michael for the money. I mailed him the pills, enclosed a note. I want you to be happy. I want you to fuck your brains out. And thank you. And so when I talk about this man in this poem, I want you to know how hot he was. That's what I'm telling you. I mean, really, I still think about it. I wasn't drunk, just desirous of the dark-haired photographer with big eyes and romantic accent. We fucked without abandon and regrettably without a condom. It wasn't a death drive, but rather a zest to live, and maybe in a way to share more with Michael. But I did not want to die like him. The next day, I made phone calls to my doctor, the GMHC, the AIDS hotline, asked about what I had read about post-exposure prophylactics, the treatment for needle sticks and condom breaks. I hadn't had an accident, but a judgment lapse, and hoped they still helped me. The treatment was so new, my doctor knew nothing, and my other calls got transferred from staff to staff. I was told I had less than 24 hours from exposure to take it, found out the medication and dosage, called my doctor, begged for the script, rushed to the pharmacy across town that had HIV meds, waited in a long line. When I think of myself at 26, that's what I see. Cordless phone in my hand while I dialed for my life to live. And the last poem I'm going to read to you tonight is a 17-part poem. And also, I am selling, during the break and at the end, books, if you're interested in getting one. You should really get a book, that's what I'm saying. All right. That's a hint. And it's hardback. This is my first hardback. Yeah. Hard, yes.
Hard.
And we all went hard. All right. Stories of a life. 1. Michael once accused me of doing my hair with a blender. 2. He was upset with his dog Daisy for pissing in the walk-in closet. But the soaked carpet made him realize it was his own, drunk from the night before. 3. Michael told me that his friend's birthday party. Michael took me to his friend's birthday party. Brought a very fancy lamp. Right before we walked to the door, he said, "Oh, I'm going to have to put this lampshade on my head." And that's how he rang the doorbell. 4. 5 nights after a plane crash, a drag queen with a plastic airplane on her head threw paper airplanes into the audience while lip-syncing John Denver's Leaving on a Jet Plane. Michael tipped her $50. 5. Michael told me my dancing reminded him of Elaine from Seinfeld. 6. Michael roasted lamb to celebrate my associate's degree. He told me that with my degree and $1.25, I could get a cup of coffee. 7. I drank White Russians with Michael, his drink of choice, and I haven't had one since. 8. Once, in the galley parking lot, Michael narrated a drunk man's bumblings as if he were Howard Cosell, describing every misstep and stumble until the man fell into the bushes. We laughed until the medics came. 9. Thank you for the wow. Yeah. 9. When my 5-year relationship ended, Michael thought he'd never hear the end of it and praised me for only mentioning his name 2 times. 10. Cool Joe's Barbershop advertised $5 haircuts. Weeks later, a salon across the street put up a sandwich board. We fix $5 haircuts. Michael had to pull his car over from laughing so hard. On Thanksgiving, Michael left a message on my answering machine that was just him gobbling. 12. On July 4th, Michael shouted a message on my answering machine, "Happy Codependence Day." 13. Michael had a side table filled with photos of his friends who had died. He called it the dead table. When I arrived late to his house once, I found he had put my photo on it. 14. When a pretentious filmmaker said his movie was his gift to the world, Michael said, "I really hope he kept the receipt." 15. He told me that in each relationship, there's one person who loves the other more. In the best of relationships, each person believes they are that person. 16. Michael's days totaled 15,532. 17. Michael handed me a copy of Dancer from the Dance, said, "It's my life, read it." When I gave it back to him a few days later, I said, "He dies in the end." Michael said, "It's my life." Thank you very much.